keeping with the tradition of Estonian cooking, baking, frying, drinking, we today are making pirukas.
With a famous Estonian chef.
With a famous Estonian chef, Mr. Hen Kurvits. And this is just before Christmas, 2009, and our intention is of creating some really nice pirukas, which are a stuffed dinner roll, if you want to call it that, using various ingredients, but you create a filling and then you put it into a roll or a bun as of sorts, and then you bake it in the oven, and you end up with these really nice, I guess they'd be appetizers to have with coffee or even as a meal with a bowl of soup. Something that has been made for years and years in Estonian culture, tradition, and we are wanting to document it like we did with the vetivors, the blood sausage, so that future generations can see it. See what we got going on in the kitchen here. Looks like we got some bacon, which is being fried, minced right down into some very small pieces. Fried up some bacon and...
I'm missing the end of my finger, that might be in there somewhere, so... it's all protein.
There's some fingers in here. It's all good for you though, and that's what counts here today. So we're using the bacon fat to fry up the onions, because that's what you do. And we're not doing the traditional Estonian use a whole pile of butter, because we're all health conscious here. And yeah. Traditionally, the bread would be made by hand. We're cutting corners because we know that if you want this thing to be a full day job, then you start making the dough from scratch. If you want, you can buy frozen bread dough. And frozen bread dough is available at your most of your supermarkets that have a bakery, because that's what they do. They buy their dough frozen, and then they just throw it in the oven, and then away you go. So what we're doing is now you're using the scissors and cutting pieces off of the bread.
Yeah, these might be thicker than maybe regular, but the thing is you want a nest for the ham mixture. So you know, you can open them up like this, or you can roll the dough if you prefer, but that's more work.
We're back into the slicing them up.
Okay, so we slice them up, and then we can shape them into rounds after I've done this step.
Yeah, and it looks like a very simple process as opposed to making the dough.
Oh, yeah.
I think buy yourself a few frozen loaves, people, and slice them up as easy as that with a good pair of scissors. Well, the eyes are a little watering here because we got some onions cooking, and onions are half of the ingredient for the one type of pirukas, which is going to be onion and bacon. And as it's cooling, what we'll do is get the other ingredients together, which we pretty well do have, but for the second type of pirukas, and what we have is ground ham. It's smoked ham that Hen smoked back at Dagametsa, and he ground it up nice and fine, again like the bacon that we showed you earlier, and then I steamed some rice or boiled some rice earlier, and we combined that, so you end up with something very simple. It's just ground ham and rice. As well, the nice thing about when you're making pirukas is variations and improvisation. So what we've decided is that in addition to the rice and ham mix that we have here, we're going to throw in some cabbage and some onion as well, because you don't want too heavy a mixture. So the onion will make it nice and light, and everything's going to go in a big bowl, and then we're going to do baking.
So we have cut the bread into pieces, and now we are just making a nice little nest for the ham. We put as much as we can in, and then you just pull one over, pull one over, pull that over, pull that over, and turn it around and make it nice and round, and put it on the pan.
And the pan has been greased so that nothing sticks or burns. And the last thing we'll do is, before this pan goes into the 350 degrees preheated oven, is we're going to glaze the tops of those with some egg. So we're going to find a brush.
So we have now shaped the piroukad, and now we're gonna glaze them with this egg mixture, and this is what makes them look really good and shiny. And I think it also it makes them moister, and this way it won't bake as fast on top because of the liquid of the egg. So the inside has longer time to bake. So okay, I think that's pretty good.
All right, hen.
Look good to me.
That looks good.
Into the oven we go.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
So who's gonna get the door for me?
okay, so.
Let's have a good look here now. And that's the way you want them to look.
Yes.
Nice and golden.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can just video that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect.